If they ever tell you there's a boring day back there in sports, never. 1-4 Fountain Lake in things. How about that when you got teams such as Glen Rose, 4-1, big win over Jessieville this past week? I'm just saying. Well, this past weekend didn't fare so well for Red Wolf fans. You did snag Freddie Knighton as a commit, though, but the basketball team took it on the chin. Picture's worth 1,000 words there. So for Carrie and Jason, both their teams still in it. Carrie, big New England fan. Jason, a big Niners fan. I'm the Dolphin fan. I'm left out in the cold.
700 pounds, that makes roughly 350 pumpkin pies, so that's a lot of pies.
Put me down for about 10 of them myself. And they always seem to be fairly quick.
Yep.
In terms of team speed, things like that. But they never seem to just...
Good.
I don't know. We always seem to be like, oh my gosh, there's Alma.
I gotta ask you, you're talking about some old school songs on the practice field, but what are we talking here?
We're talking about the car wash. They even pumped a little Vanilla Ice in there. I know Casey, one of our photogs, that's like his anthem.
Oh, sure it is.
So, I mean, they were getting down. They were getting down out there.
Very good. That pumps you up for the bowl game. Got it.
Yeah, they were kind of, some of that action right there.
All right, stop it before. Quit while you're ahead.
KRK4's Jay Burr, or at least for this evening, let's call him KRK4's Jay Bear, is live in Starkville, where the Bears are playing the NCAA tournament for the first time ever. And he's reporting tonight from left field, which is fitting for Jay.
There you go. That's right. We are on the road to Nebraska here following UCA in Starkville, Mississippi in their first NCAA baseball tournament. Now, at 5, we talked about the UCA Bears fans, their excitement about being in this tournament for the first time. Well, Mississippi State, they are certainly a breed of their own, and the excitement is at a completely different level beyond those fences.
It's part of our baseball heritage and history. I mean, it's the one thing that sets us apart from every other baseball program in America.
And that it does. The left field lounge is just part of the insanity that goes on beyond the fences here in Starkville. What really adds character to this, though, is the Mississippi Matlock Engineering.
We've got a lot of homemade architects out here, and they go to great lengths to preserve the quality and the tradition.
Not only are they the best seats in the house, but the atmosphere and hospitality, some of the best in the country.
It's just something we always take pride in. We love to do. We love to have a good time.
The hospitality that's shown out here, I mean, we've had visiting players that would come to the fence during the game and talk to the fans, and that's the best thing you can do.
And certainly that hospitality has been extended to us. They have taken care of us out here. Already had some chicken wings, a little pork tenderloin. Real good stuff out here. First pitch set for about 40 minutes coming up at 7 o'clock. Coming up tonight, we're going to have highlights of that game. Maybe they can pull it off. Remember, UCA took 2 of 3 from Mississippi State in this stadium earlier this year. That was in March, but we're going to have a lot more coming up for you this weekend here in Starkville, Mississippi. But for now, from Starkville, Mississippi, Jay Burr, KRK 4 News.
After a tough loss for the Crimson Tide last weekend, you really wondered who was going to step up and take control of this Razorback football team. Leading up to Saturday's game, quarterback Tyler Wilson called it a must-win. He backed up that big talk with a historic performance on Saturday. Trey Dare, he quarterbacks our Razorback Nation report tonight. Trey. Maybe you want to call a few more of those players-only meetings. The Arkansas State Red Wolves have had their share of problems on the road in recent years. Out of the 35 past games, the previous 5 seasons on the road, Red Wolves have only won 8. Red Wolves on the road in Bowling Green and looked like they were on their way to another loss, but Ryan Applin put on a show himself, going for 396 yards on 37 of 49 attempts, and even a touchdown reception. Yeah, the quarterback catching it. Defense held Western on a late 4th and short to get the ball back. 67 yards later, Derek Lawson punches it in to give the Red Wolves the lead for good. A-State wins on the road. They're 1-0 in Sun Belt play. On the road again next week. This time they'll be in Monroe taking on the ULM Warhawks. Most Arkansans are probably torn tonight about Game 2 of the NLDS series between the Cardinals and the Phillies. On one hand, you've got the Cards. On the other, it's Benton's own Cliff Lee. It's a win-win of sorts, but this is October, so it's team over one guy. Cards could tie up the series tonight with a win. Cliff Lee trying to take control of the series for the Phils. Top 4 here. Phillies up 4-2. Lee running into some trouble. Rafael Furcal shoots one to left field. That's going to score 1. Raul Banez comes up gunning. John Jay was watching Ray Lewis on Sunday night. He's out 4-3. Top 6. Same play, different guys. Here we go again. This time it's Ryan Terrio. Throw is high. He is safe under the tag. Game tied at 4 at that point. Cards would put one more on the board, and they even up the series 1 game apiece, heading back to the Lou for Game 3. It's hard to imagine we're already halfway through the high school football season. Here we are. Not a lot of change at the top in this week's football rankings. 1 through 4, the exact same as last week. Bentonville, PA, Greenwood, El Dorado all hold on to their spots. West Memphis jumping up in there with a solid win over Marion to round the top 5. Lake Hamilton at 6. Springdale Harbor puts up big points this week against Fort Smith's Northside to get in that 7th spot. Conway up a couple after squeaking out a win against North Little Rock. Camden Fairview makes their first appearance in the top 10 at 9, and Fayetteville back in the mix as they round out the top 10. Cowboys tried to bottle up the magic that Texas Stadium has. Unfortunately for the Cowboys, it was the magic that the Aggies got a hold of as well. Against Detroit, Dallas blew its biggest lead in franchise history. Ouch. Tony Romo certainly had a good day. 34 completions, over 300 yards. He had 3 TDs. I guess 5 TDs if you count the 2 he threw to the Lions. Yeah, not going to win a whole lot doing that. Romo had 3 interceptions overall on the day, and the Dallas meltdown, it was historic. 24 points, kind of historic. Romo said at the end of the day, you just can't give the ball away.
When I look at it, it's going to be very tough just to watch the tape, knowing we had the lead we had, and the ending was it's tough because we were able to move the ball. We were going up and down, and then just little things, and then just a turnover, and that's what makes it. That's how you win and lose in this league.
Tough to watch if you're a Cowboy fan. Tennessee Titans visiting the Dog Pound today, taking on the Browns. Damian Williams, he made his only catch count right there. Today is a win for 6. You might remember him. He was a former Hog. Later in the game, Colt McCoy, he's going to get flushed out of the pocket here. Makes a pretty ill-advised throw, and that's Justin Babineau on the receiving end. Right in the right place at the right time, and just like his days at SAU, he's on the mule. He was a mule rider. 97 yards for a touchdown of his own. The Titans black and blue the Browns as they roll in this one. Final in this one, 31-13. Titans get the win. So just lots of football, and also Jermaine Taylor. He's got his boxing license again.
Right.
So hopefully we'll get to see the former champ coming up soon.
All right, well, we'll look for it. Thanks, Jay.
All right.
The ASU Red Wolves taking on Northern Illinois in just 48 hours, and our own Jay Burr made the trip to Mobile, Alabama. He joins us live where both teams will be going head-to-head on Sunday. Jay, it's not quite as loud where you are yet, but I have a feeling in a couple days we're going to have a big old loud stadium rocking there.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a gathering. A lot of people told us this game already sold out. So if you ain't got your tickets, you might want to come out here and see if you can get them early on. About 40,000 people are going to be crammed in here Sunday night to watch the Arkansas State Red Wolves take on the Northern Illinois Huskies. And Mobile is one of these cities, they love their bowl game, and they really get after it. They respect the game. They treat the teams real good. And in fact, they just roll out the red carpet for both of these teams. In fact, earlier today at the mayor's luncheon, the mayor of Mobile, Samuel Jones, presented ASU with the keys to the city. A lot of people tend to want to know what that key can open. But interim head coach David Gunn was hoping to use it to lock some of those NIU players away for this game. All jokes aside, though, Dean Lee, he's already got the keys to the city of Jonesboro. And he said the Red Wolves are wanting to build off this success. We caught him with him earlier at practice.
We've got people across the state, people that have worn other logos and saying, hey, we're going to come and be a Red Wolves fan, and we're going to come support your program as well. We like what's going on. It's going to be special, and we can feel it, and we want to be a part of it.
So there you go. A lot of people want to be a part of this. You got the Cotton Bowl tonight. Hey, flip on over Sunday night. We're going to have the GoDaddy.com Bowl. We're going to be here all weekend bringing it to you. Coming up in sports, we're going to have a practice report for you, hearing from some of the changes that have been going on. Obviously, they lost a head coach, got a new one. Lots of stuff going on with them. We're going to save that for sports, though. So for now, reporting live outside Ladd Peoples Stadium in Mobile, Alabama, I'm Jay Burr, KRK 4 Sports.
All right, a lot.
It's about football. Joining us now, the new head coach, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, Gus Malzahn. Coach, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I guess whirlwind of a day. Kind of take us through your day-to-day. You got on the plane, kind of what happened throughout the day.
Well, started out the morning, needed to script practice for the Auburn Tigers for their practice, and so I got up early and did that, and then me and Christy got on the plane, came here, hit the ground running, had a good lunch with some boosters, and it seems like about every 15 minutes we're meeting some new people, but it's a very exciting time, and it's fun meeting everybody and feeling the excitement they have here, and so it's been a great day.
Now, you've been linked to a lot of big-name jobs, Vanderbilt, Kansas, among others. A lot of people, question on people's minds is, why Jonesboro?
Well, you know, football coaches look at jobs a lot different than the average person in the public. You know, they see a job and they go, oh, that's a great job. And a lot of times it is, but from a football coach's standpoint, you always look for the right fit. You know, you got to ask yourself, you know, do your family want to live there? Can you recruit there? And, you know, is it a program on the rise? And I asked myself all three of those questions, and the answer is yes here. And I really feel like the timing's right. This is a program on the rise, and Steve Roberts and Hugh Freeze has put this place on the map for a good foundation. And my challenge right now is just take it to the next level, and really happy to be here, and it's a challenge, and I'm really up to it.
Now, it's been well documented you and Hugh Freeze are good buddies.
Yeah.
What did he tell you about Arkansas State that maybe influenced you a little bit?
Well, you know, he really put it on the map this year on national stage, and he felt like you could keep that going and even take it to the next level. And he said nothing but great things about the people and living here, and so he was a big factor, you know, as far as the information he gave me.
Now, you say next level. You've been a big proponent of next level. A lot of people have been wondering, you know, Arkansas State this year went 10-2, won the conference.
Yeah.
What more could you bring to the table?
Well, when I say next level, I mean on a consistent basis, not just a 1 year. I mean, get at that level on a consistent basis. And if you do that, great things will happen. And so my challenge and my goal is to get that done. And, you know, like I said earlier, the foundation's already in place. So, you know, that's a challenge, and really looking forward to it.
Now, a big question on a lot of people's minds here, obviously, a lot of questions about the coaching staff going into the bowl game. What, I guess, role are you going to take with Arkansas State in their GoDaddy Bowl?
Well, I'm still trying to evaluate the best thing to do. And I told the guys today, you know, give me a couple days to evaluate everything, and then I'll make a decision on what my role will be in the bowl game. I for sure will be involved as far as being down there and a part of the bowl activities and stuff like that. And got a chance at University of Tulsa the last 2 years to go to this bowl. It's a great bowl, and the fans love it, players love it, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, how excited are you coming into the system? You saw Hugh Freeze. You guys run very similar systems, and being able to see what he did with these guys, how excited are you to get in here and start coaching these guys up?
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, the transition offensively will be very little because, you know, it's a very similar system. So that's a positive, and, you know, hopefully that'll help, you know, accelerate things.
I guess just overall in a sense of things, kind of how excited are you about this job?
No, I'm very excited. You know, as a high school coach in this state for 15 years, I've been a college coordinator for 6. And probably the last 2 years, I kind of got the itch to be a Division I college coach. And so for this day to finally get here in a place like Arkansas State and a place like Arkansas that I'm very familiar with, it's very exciting.
I guess how exciting, too, you're also an Arkansas guy. You made that very well known. You're back home.
I'm back home, and you know, there's nothing like coming back home. You know, when you're 10 hours away from home, you kind of look at it a little bit different. And Auburn was a great experience for me and a true blessing, but I'm very happy to be back home.
All right, well, new head coach, Arkansas State Red Wolves, Gus Malzahn.
All right.
Coach, thanks for taking a little time with us. More from Jonesboro when we come back.